What is up, my crypto legends? How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing absolutely fantastic, guys. What is going on with Bitcoin? We're going to take a look at some major levels, what's going on here on the daily. We're also taking a look at Bitcoin on the 4 hourly, the 2 hourly, zooming in, what important levels. Is pretty insane how I'm just going to go through here. Guys, I did manage to short this, but it wasn't an easy short, okay? We were talking about this major level on yesterday's video, this kind of consolidation. We were hitting the 618 Fibonacci from the high here to the low. As you can see, we were hitting that range, okay? Super important from that high, from the low. Major level that we were talking about on yesterday's video, I think, or live stream. 618 right there, small consolidation. It wasn't an easy short position. I did take profits just this morning, okay? I didn't have a take profit. I just saw the consolidation. And the reason why, well, we talked about this level, but going to this major rejection yesterday, I mean, it was pretty insane. I wasn't expecting such a sharp correction. Right. Where was I? The reason why we had this rejection from this level, right, was, you know, big consolidation right there, big support range. I'm talking about that $42,000 area. We got the Fibonacci 618 golden pocket range at that level. Absolutely beautiful. And yeah, that was basically it. So if you did short at this range, you know, you do have time to take profits right over here. I think a potential bounce from this level is very possible, of course. But, you know, from 618, from this high to the low, and yesterday we were talking about, you know, if the Bitcoin price does correct from this level, it is very likely going to stop here at the 39.5. We actually came a little bit lower, of course, because of the volatility. But why 39.5? Well, you know, looking at the levels that we have been talking about, it is pretty simple. Looking at VPVR, massive big spike here on the VPVR, showing you where the point of control is, which is, you know, where we've bounced at resistance here many times. It was a little bit of a cocktail party right over here because it was absolutely crazy, but you did see that stop here very nicely, come back down. We are stopping at that range, but also most importantly, I mean, it's pretty insane how this Fibonacci numbers work, guys. The 618 is absolutely golden from this low to the high. All right, you do get that volatility, but it is a range, okay? 618 range right there. You stop, you get a pump. Where do you pump to? You pump to the 618 from this high to the low. It sometimes works like magic. You stop there and you come back down. Where do you come back down to? Well, let's take a look at the local low right over here to the high. It is again the 618. It is absolutely magical number right there. Look at it. So, of course, there will be a moment that this is going to explode from a direction, okay, to the upside or to the downside, because we are getting tighter and tighter inside of this range, right? We're getting these, you know, these higher lows, these lower highs right there. It is getting tight, and we are going to explode up or down. We don't really know, but we want to take advantage, right? If that is, you know, a quick explanation here for the community, for the new traders, that it's absolutely insane, you know, how sometimes this Fibonacci number is just magical. Just showing you 3 examples just right over there. Now, I want to talk about S&P 500. I want to talk about some other cryptocurrencies. I had this here. I can see a bullish harmonic. Joseph saying that Harmony 1 is an insane project. I haven't done any research at all from this project, but Joseph, one of my moderators, shout out to him, was just taking a look at Harmony. And I want to talk about waves, guys. I want to talk about waves. I am currently in a short position on waves with my position protected. I want to explain why I've shorted at this level. I'm already protected. Will I get stopped out at break even? I don't know. I think we can potentially go to much lower levels. I was shorting, if you guys are an old subscriber here, I was shorting waves all the way from down over here. Luckily, I did manage to take profits here just beneath $17 when I shorted this top range because of massive bearish divergence. So short there, took profits here. I shorted again right over here because it was looking absolutely really nice. Was in a profit, but you got stopped out at break even. I've been shorting round over here and protecting and even taking profits in this trade over here, not this one. Wouldn't it have been easier to long this? Yeah, right. Just go with the trend. Yeah, very true. But, you know, whoever tried to short this, you know, any unexperienced traders shorting here, not placing their stop loss properly, not protecting their position, could have got absolutely wrecked and liquidated. So, guys, if you are, you know, looking at my analysis, make sure, if you are trading based on my analysis, of course, I'm not a financial advisor, make sure to protect your positions, make sure to practice if you are unexperienced. I want to explain why, you know, this is pretty insane. We got an ascending channel here on waves, and we broke out of the ascending channel. Ascending channel breakout to the downside or to the upside. The width of the channel, okay, is usually approximately the target from the breakout. And reason why I shorted here is because this has gone absolutely insane. It's exploded waves for the last few days, and I want to explain why I'm shorting, right? Why am I shorting? Well, number one, short, I do believe that this is going to have a pretty aggressive correction after breaking the channel and reaching the target. And I managed to did get in here at this point over here. This retracement. What retracement is this? Looking at waves, this is the 618, the golden pocket, the Fibonacci retracement from the top to the low, right there. You hit it to perfection. You know, that's already good entry. Take profit. One would be the lows of this area because you could create a double bottom, but I'm going to go with an potential ABC correction, losing this low. Okay, that is my speculation, my analysis. Of course, this could come back up and I'm going to get stopped out at break even, but I'm planning to, you know, take for 50%. I'm just explaining the trades. I just got into this trade before the live stream. I wish, because I need to do my own analysis, my own trade. I haven't been doing anything today. And just a quick explanation to you guys why, you know, I enter, what am I looking for? Because other YouTubers are just going to say, I'm in a long position, I'm in a short position. And yeah, and that's the end of that. Not explaining why to their community. And I'm going to go here with a potential, you know, extension, right? Fibonacci extension can potentially give you the next wave to the downside. And I'm looking for that one-to-one Fibonacci extension. Fibonacci extension helps you very much to find out where the next wave could go. And yeah, if we eventually get inside of this channel, then it might be looking a little bit ugly in the mid-term, short mid-term for waves. I mean, this needs a pretty deep correction in my personal opinion. So that would be my take profit too. But anyway, like I said, this has gone absolutely bananas for the last, you know, week. Waves on the, yeah, well, 2 weeks, over 2 weeks right now. 2 weeks ago, it was trading at $8, $8.50. It went all the way up to $30 yesterday. You know, you would have done a 4x on your money almost in just 2 weeks by just buying and holding this crypto. Anyway, that was that. I'm just explaining why I'm in a short position here on waves. Really, really overextended, super overbought. And I think, you know, potentially getting into those small day trades. It couldn't be a day trade. It can be a scalp because I don't know how long. We're almost to my first target here. I'm looking for that retest to this low and then potentially break it. Of course, once you drop like this, you protect your position, because if you have your stop loss here up here, then yeah, you might think that this is going to go much lower. Boom, then this is what happens. This is what happened to me right over here. Luckily, you know, get stopped out. That's it. You know, it looks like that the bulls have more momentum to the upside. Am I going to revenge sell, or am I going to, you know, go long, or, you know, no, it's just I look for other trades. And today I had this opportunity. So far so good. Will it turn out, I'm almost hitting the low here, will it turn out profitable? I don't know, but I'm safe right now. We get stopped out, we look for another trade. Of course, I'm looking for that potential correction. Enough talk. Let's say hello here to the community right away. Guys, how are you doing? How's everyone doing? Smash the like button. Seb, absolutely, thank you very much for the insane support, guys. Make sure to smash up that like button. 72 likes, we can get to 200 likes in just a couple of minutes. I know we can, guys. Insane community here. I get insane comments down below on the videos. Absolutely fantastic. I know other YouTubers don't get as good comments as I do, and that's a good sign, I think. So thank you very much, community. Hey Andy Sashin, how are you doing, my man? Hey Andy, GLMR, TA, and fundamentals. Right, TA, I can do TA. We're basically focusing on TA. Let's take a look at GLMR. And by the way, guys, of course, if you are an experienced trader and you are willing to trade here on, you know, these exchanges, you got an insane bonus down below, and it's another way to support the channel for Bybit or PrimeXBT. It's the best bonus available. Bybit, you get $4,100 worth of bonus, up to $4,100, and 30% fee discount. And on PrimeXBT, you get also 7% added to your deposit. By the way, I'm in a short trade here on PrimeXBT, just a small day trade, swing trade, and it's on the S&P 500. The cool thing about the cool thing about PrimeXBT, there are a huge amount of assets here. You've got Forex, gold, oil, S&P 500, Dow Jones. There's, you know, a bunch of assets. They've got a bunch of cryptos also, and you're using Ethereum, Bitcoin as collateral, or USDT or USDC. Full tutorial down below in the description, and great bonuses. Also another way to support the channel, of course, because I'm getting a commission. No secrets on that. I want to explain here, but I want to go through the comment section, guys. I've got many things. I've just been doing a little bit of analysis the last couple of hours for this live stream, and this shark pattern, we talked about it. There's a 5-0 harmonic pattern right over here, and I want to explain everything to you regarding harmonics and what are the targets and why do you short them, you know, looking at confluence so you can be confident on your trade. This is pretty insane. This is hitting the 50%. It did hit it yesterday. I thought, you know, and we've got such a big amount of resistance. I thought, you know, it is worth the short position and protecting right there. If I have a chance, I will come here and explain why there was a potential trade here. I did explain it yesterday. I will explain it again for any new subscribers or people that didn't join the live stream yesterday. But that's enough talk. That's enough talk. Let's take a look at the community. Sashin says GLMR. Let's take a look at GLMR. And let me just scroll down. I got Seb, I got Joseph, I got Mark Dirch. Thank you, guys. Moderators always giving me insane support. Thank you, guys. Absolutely insane. Huge community here. Right, GLMR. Let's take a look at GLMR. I'm going to try and go super fast. I don't want to leave anybody behind. And let's crack on. Okay, Moonbeam. Right, what's going on with Moonbeam on the chart? Let's hope that we do have some price data here. I guess Kraken maybe, or Binance. Let me just check. Yeah, this one got absolutely slaughtered, of course. It came out not in the best moment by the looks of things, at least on Kraken. Let's take a look at Binance. We haven't got any history here to show some major levels, but it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad right over here. It looks like we're finding a kind of a floor. I've heard many people talk about Moonbeam. I have no research on the actual cryptocurrency, on what it does, the team, or anything whatsoever. I only research my couple of coins that I do hold for the long term. Looking at this chart, it looks like, you know, a potential floor is forming here. It did look like it here. You finally fell lower, but it looks like that at least now you are starting to create a higher low here slightly instead of a lower low. So it looks like there is a little bit of, you know, that the bears are losing steam here. Basically, there's not much to add here. I think it will be extremely sold on the daily RSI. Yeah, I mean, there's not enough price data here to take a look at. What I can tell you is very, very likely that you are going to get some resistance at this range where you did create this support level. And I guess it will be the 50% fib level from this peak over here. You could hopefully discuss that this is a whole drop from this level. Big bounce there from the top to the low. Is around about that 50%, 618 Fibonacci retracement. You'll be hitting a major consolidation range here on Moonbeam. But it's very, very possible it can get up there before continuing down. It looks like we're finding a pretty nice floor. Not much to add here. Wish we'd have had more price data. Let's go to the next one. Z Pro, how are you doing? Hi Andy, joining the stream after ages. AC, welcome. Please have a look at SNX, please. Let's take a look at SNX here straight away for my man AC. Let's take a look at SNX. What is going on? I do have something like 1.5% of my portfolio on SNX, crypto portfolio. It did have a pretty decent pump. Wow, this is like super mega aggressive. I think, you know, these ones, it looks like that these kind of cryptos that are losing this, you know, the summer 2021 lows, it looks like this is going to pop. This one looks like it's going to pop to the upside big time. You got big bullish divergence on the RSI, on the daily RSI. Look at this. You are creating higher lows on the RSI. This is a bullish sign. This means that the bears are losing steam. And, you know, it's very, very likely you are going to get a potential big bounce looking at the daily. So, yeah, and if you don't know about bullish divergence, you can just Google bullish bearish divergence. You can get this on Google. It is pretty, you know, I don't use it. I like to use it to see if the trend is getting exhausted. You know, you can just get a screenshot on Google, boom, boom, easy, divergence cheat sheet. So like I said, you know, it's creating big, massive bullish divergence. SNX, SNX is creating big bullish divergence right over here. We've got bullish regular divergence. You create lower highs, lower lows on the price action, higher lows on the RSI. Yeah, this is getting, I mean, this reminds me very much of Bitcoin price action in the summer of 2021. If we go to the summer of 2021, we had those bullish divergence also, right? This is the summer of 2021 for Bitcoin. You know, pretty aggressive, lower lows. Well, not that aggressive. But you are creating slightly lower lows right there on the price action on the sum of 2021. You are creating higher lows on the RSI. So you can see those divergence. This ended pretty well, right? In July, this one in July and August, you know, it worked out pretty good. So this kind of price action on SNX is looking very similar. Let's go back to SNX here. I mean, you know, very similar price action to the summer of 2021. So something is telling me, I would arguably, let me just check here if we got a harmonic pattern also, which would be, have we got a Gartley? Gartley bullish pattern potentially from the high here to this low. No, it's a little bit too aggressive, this actually. Yeah, no. No. So, is it a massive descending wedge? Also, I mean, look at this. How low can this go? SNX. I think this one's ready to have some type of bullish momentum, potentially, you know, breaking these lower highs, and maybe it's going to get exhausted around the $10 area. because you're still in a pretty aggressive downtrend. But this is ready for a bounce, in my personal opinion. So yeah, I'm being too long on this one. Sorry about that, guys. Hope all is well. Andy, appreciate the daily streams with TA. Joey, thank you very much. BTC and Solana prediction, please, Andy. Ali, prediction, I don't know. I still think, you know, we are in the lengthening cycles. I still think that we could consolidate round this range on Bitcoin. I don't see Bitcoin successfully breaking below $30,000. Successfully, can we hit it and hit 26 with a little bit of volatility? Yes, but I don't see us creating, you know, a bear market till 2024, 2025, you know, and how much lower can you go than 30,000? Are we going to revisit the all-time high from 2017, the $20,000 range? I don't think so. I don't think so. That's my personal opinion, of course. There would have to be an insane black swan event that pushes the price down there. You know, a super mega energy crisis will definitely affect Bitcoin because it's proof of work. You need a lot of energy. It doesn't run 100% on renewable energies. So it would definitely have a bad effect on Bitcoin. So price prediction, I think all-time high can be reached before the end of the year. All-time high before the end of the year can be very much reached. All of this, you know, $18,000 Bitcoin, $10,000 Bitcoin, $20,000 Bitcoin, I don't see that happening. There's a lot of interest at the low $30,000 range. There's too much interest below this range. And that is my personal price prediction. Potentially all-time high. I'm not going to say 200K or 300K, but I think we can reach all-time high by the end of the year and potentially break it. Also, more downside, very much possible. And I'm basically focusing in trading and making gains right now. Not too focused on my hodl bags. Guys, let's take a look. Excited for you, Andy. Thank you, Amber. Bulls are back, says Steel. Stout. Absolutely. They did get pushed back down today, but anyway. Ascending triangle, usually a continuation pattern. Ascending triangle. Usually a continuation pattern, says General Appliance. Where do you see an ascending triangle? Is it here? Okay, I guess it's this one over here. I've seen something on Twitter. I like to scroll down Twitter sometimes. I have seen something. Is this the kind of ascending triangle that you are talking about? Let me just get this out of the way 1 second. Are you talking about these higher lows right there? And you potentially got this high where you've been wicking above it, right? Not successfully breaking. Something like this. I think I've seen something like this. You could arguably discuss, yes. I mean, this is going to take ages. This is going to take you all the way till June. Okay, still got 2 months. If we do consolidate like this and create higher lows, I think we could have a massive big breakout to the upside if it's going to take that long. But yeah, if that's the ascending triangle that you're talking about. Massive trading opportunities inside of this range, like I've just mentioned at the beginning of the live stream, you know, hitting those fib levels every single time. So yeah, Andy, much love. Austin, thank you. What's up, Andy? Says Half, how are you? How are you, my man? I am doing very well this day. Uncle Grandpa on trade. Absolutely fantastic. Happy to hear that. Hope you stay safe, my man. Watching you for the past few days. You're amazing, Amber. Thank you very much for that. I've been waiting for your live. Thank you, Andy. Christo Dallas. Thank you very much. Christian Hunt. Buenas tardes, Crypto Legends. How are you doing, Christian Hunt? Sebastian, how are you? Right. Anybody? Seems like you guys having a good time. Cheers, Andy. Can you please give your opinion on KNC chart? Absolutely, Andre. Let's take a look at that KNC chart. Let's take a look at KNC. I have no idea what this is, but let's take a look at the chart. Why not? This one doesn't look too bad, actually. Let me just have a quick look to see what this is. KNC. Oh, Kyber Network. Kyber Network. Well. I mean, the all-time high, it didn't reach the all-time high. This happened to a lot of the cryptos. The all-time high from 2018, the beginning of 2018, a lot of them didn't reach that all-time high in this cycle, right? So, is this going to manage to break the all-time high from 2018 in the next coming months or years? I mean, it's very hard to say, right? I'm looking at price action here on Kyber Network all the way back from 2020, and it looks pretty solid still. Back in January, just about over a month ago, we created a floor right there. We got a massive big bounce. This is telling me that a lot of cryptos are lagging behind. Looking at the macro chart here on the daily, it is still looking pretty solid. This with a little bit of hypes, of course, but this one's looking pretty solid. It was a beautiful trade on this one. I can see it right away right now, and I'm going to show you why. Let me just take a look at VPVR here. I mean, insane amount of support. We created a big spike here on this massive consolidation. This one can continue to the upside after correcting, of course. We've gone a little bit crazy right now. I think it can continue to the upside. This one had a pretty beautiful trade. Looking at the daily, a small swing trade of a few days. Look at this insane resistance. We were trading in between this range for, how many months? About 6 months. Look at this on Kyber Network. You had a successful breakout from this trading range. As you can see, bouncing between resistance and support. Look how you break out here. Wow, this was an absolutely beautiful trade on that retracement. This was definitely worth the risk to long here. This was just a few days ago on the 6th of March. Right there. You have this insane resistance turning into support. You get that beautiful bounce. So yeah, now of course, I mean, we have been creating multiple waves here to the upside. It's time for a potential cool off, of course. Let's take a look at the 4 hourly. You did get that bounce. You created a double top. I mean, this is the thing. This is why you need to get in at the first bounce and get in, get out at the potential top. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Looking at the 4 hourly chart. This was just created yesterday. Nice little scalp position right there. Looking at the 4 hourly. Scalp more of a day trade because this one took a few hours. But you got this resistance created. Getting that beautiful bounce from that support. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. I mean, this is how simple, how easy trading can be sometimes, right? Not overcomplicating anything, just being waiting for breakouts, proper breakouts, waiting for that potential trade on a bounce, at a support, at a resistance. Get in, get out when you're almost nearing the top here. You get out. You do not know if it's going to break or you're going to create a double top. You get in, you get out, you break out here, you get in here at this resistance turning into support, you get out, getting close to the bottom here. That's it. Of course, you kind of created a double top here. We are losing this support level. I think we can have a little bit of a nasty correction here for Kyber Network in the immediate short term. We could be coming back down to that $2.40. $2.40 in the next coming couple of days. Very possible. I guess you have some pretty aggressive bearish divergence on the 4 hourly. You are creating higher highs here, lower highs on the RSI, so it does make sense that you might see a little bit of a correction here. Very strong support though. I think that this can potentially hold again and then have another wave to the upside, depending on how you react to this level, guys. That on Kyber Network, that, I mean, I'm not sure if you can trade this. Is this available on I'm not sure if KC, yeah, probably, yeah, it is actually. It is here on Bybit. So yeah, if this one corrects all the data, you can speculate that it is going to go down there. It's a very risky position right now. You have lost the level. You have lost the level. Let me take a look at the daily. Let's take a look at some levels here. Yeah, this is very much a successful lost level in my opinion. You got this resistance right there. You've retested it. You came back down. I mean, this could have been a potential scalp position. If you take a look at the 15-minute, just a quick wick to retest that resistance. I think this one is going to be pushed down. It's going to be pushed down. Very, very, very possible. So anyway, if this one does correct all the way down here to this major level that we've been talking about, the $2.30, $2.40 range, or depending on how this one reacts to this support level, if we do see some wicks and see some, you know, big wicks here and rejections, it's going to be a very, very good call for a potential long trying to attempt to hit the high in the next coming weeks, right? But right now is no trade zone for me on Kyber. Even though we're losing this low, very, very likely you will try and attempt to come all the way down to this range in between $2.30 and $2.50. A little bit of volatility at that range might hold and get a bounce. Just by looking also at these divergence on the 4-hourly. Right, enough of Kyber Network. Let's take a look at the comment section. I hope that helped out a little bit. Right, let's take a look at Andy, say pump it. You. Up or down, first thing I asked Tinder. Right, I'm lagging here through the comment section a lot. So I'm just going to scroll down here quickly. Yeah, it's super hard, guys, to try and go through most of the comments like usual. Hello again from Belgium, Isabel. How are you? Wise, how are you doing? Hey, Andy, thanks for the show. You're very welcome. Thank you for joining. Absolutely fantastic. Guys, I want to ask you something. I want to ask you something on a poll. I mean, I usually ask, are you bearish or are you bullish for the week? Kind of boring question on and on each live stream. Right. I'm going to ask you something about Bitcoin, about price predictions. I want to know, you know, if the community, I'm going to give you two targets. So I'm going to say, does 34K come first or then 46K? 46K is this highs, okay? Almost 46K is the highs from here, right? This is 44.6, 44.7 approximately right there, these highs. So we got potential liquidity grabs here, right? So and my question is going to be, do you think that we're going to reach 46K first or 35? And that is going to be my question on the poll. 46K Bitcoin, BTC before 34K. What do you think? Yes or no? I think yes. I think yes. Question, what is it? K BTC before 34K. I think yes, guys. I think we are potentially going to hit first this range, then dip below the 35K here, hitting 34K. I think there's a higher chance on reaching this range first than this one. Let me know what you think, guys, in the comment section. of course, if I would have asked that question right over here yesterday, a lot of people would have said, yeah, 46K first, then here. And maybe today you think, I bet more people think today, now that we are all the way down here, that we are going to reach this that 34K range first, then that 46K. If I would have asked yesterday, because we were looking pretty bullish, a lot of people might say, and must have said 46K. So anyway, let's take a look. Have you look at ADA? Have a look at ADA. Absolutely. Let's take a look at ADA straight away, guys. Absolutely. Why not? I want to take a look at some cryptos here for the community. Where is ADA? ADA is just, it's bad. It's bad. It's real bad. I remember talking about, it's been quite a few days or at least a week that we haven't talked about ADA. But I remember taking a look at ADA right over here. And we were seeing, you know, this support range, that $1 area. I'm losing my voice here. That $1 area, as you can see, was gonna. We were talking about, you know, it's very, very likely it's gonna get broken. The price is so weak. It's just gonna go down, and yeah, to that 80-cent level. This is where we're currently trading right now. 80 cents, as you can see. So it's a major level. Are we going to hold it? This is a big major question. So far, it is looking very, very bad. It is still looking really, really bad. You got some slightly bullish divergence here on the 4-hourly. Okay. Sorry about that. Not on the daily, but it's just looking so weak. It's probably going to lose that 480-cent level. Look at this. This price action is absolutely insane. You're retesting the lows every single time. Very, very possible that ADA might lose that 80-cent level if it doesn't get a bounce right now for a potential double bottom. It's just looking so weak. We've just been analyzing ADA, saying, you know, watch out. Once you have those retracements, once you create another low, stay cautious, because it's very likely it's not going to get above the last lower high, right? The last lower high. So we're just saying it's going to continue down. I mean, this one has got insane resistance right there from this consolidation, went back down. If this does manage to make a double bottom, I would be shorting close to this low. Very, very likely. I think this is not just going to continue down. So yeah, just a quick update on ADA. Very, very boring chart. It's just... Right, let's take a look at the comment section. Let's view BTC on the weekly and the monthly chart. Absolutely, why not? Let's take a look. Right, let me just take a look at the poll here. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we've got 113 votes here. 46K BTC before 34K. 57% says yes. We have a little bit more people that are bullish. So a lot of some people here are saying that, you know, this potential scenario is likelier first to happen than actually breaking below this higher low. So yeah, it does make sense, in my personal opinion, that we are going to continue this higher low structure. Okay, obviously not guaranteed. We're going to try and find potential trading opportunities, but it does make sense right there that we are going to hold this range and attempt to break these highs and then potentially get an aggressive correction, guys. Get people extremely bullish and then absolutely lose it. That's what I think is going to happen. Right, so yeah, let's take a look at will do the opposite of this poll. Right, BTC on the weekly and on the monthly, says Daniel. Let's take a look at this Bitcoin on the weekly. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the weekly right away. Why not? And on the monthly, I mean, what can we see here on the weekly and the monthly? Yeah, I mean, I don't do much analysis on the monthly or on the weekly, actually. I go as far as the daily, maybe to take a look at some important levels. But, you know, you can clearly see here that you are still in an ascending channel on Bitcoin, right? If you connect this high, and this was pretty impressive of Bitcoin getting that insane bounce to the exact dollar when I connect this ascending channel. And this ascending channel can already be created when you have that all-time high breakout, because you got these high highs and this low. If I would have created this channel before, you know, you could have expected that bounce to the exact dollar at that $34,000. So are we going to continue this uptrend? I think so. Very, very possible. I think so. Looking at the weekly, you know, it's still not looking too bearish. Anyway, let's take a look here at the comment section right away again. Let's take a look at some cryptos. Let's take a look at AVAX. Absolutely. Please tell about Fantom. AVAX and Fantom. Davo, Seb, thank you guys for the insane support. Right. You smash up that like button, guys. I see some YouTubers out there that get 2,000-3,000 views and they're getting 1,000 likes. What's going on? Let's take a look at Fantom and then AVAX. Absolutely. Why not? Here for the community. Fantom is losing this support level. We were talking about this scenario on Fantom that it was going to lose this level. We were talking of a kind of inverted cup and handle here on Fantom. You got massive support there, a little bit of a choppy cup there. You touched support here again. Third retest on this kind of price action is usually the one that starts breaking down. We are having that scenario right now on Fantom, unfortunately. There has been a little bit of FUD. People think that this is the end of Fantom. Fantom Twitter did say that there are over 40 people working on Fantom. Andre Conje doesn't mean that if he leaves the project, that is it. But it seems like, you know, there's going to be a little bit of FUD here on Fantom, a little bit of people losing hope, especially when you lose a strong support range here. So Fantom price prediction for the next coming weeks is the $1. I think $1 is going to be reached on Fantom, very, very likely. So yeah, that's my take here. I mean, there is a chance that you just have a volatility. There is a massive big wall on VPVR, so you may be just going to have that volatility hitting that $1.10. But this is going to be a very, very interesting to buy up Fantom, depending on how we consolidate at this range. It might be a very, very good opportunity to buy up. But yeah, for the moment, losing support, I think it's going to continue down. Let's take a look at what was the other one? AVAX. Let's take a look at AVAX. AVAX was at the very end of a symmetrical triangle. It's having a little bit of a correction right now. Still creating higher lows. Pretty good solid level looking at the VPVR here on AVAX. It's got an insane amount of volume. Biggest point of control right there at the $64. I'm looking price action from September till today. This could hold. It could consolidate. This will break out in the next week or so, looking for a potential direction, being up or down. We want to see break above the last lower high, or the last higher low. In this case, we'll be looking at this range at the $65. Last big higher low right there. Last lower high is this one right over here at $90. So between $65 and $90, breakout from this range will determine the direction for AVAX, right? Not the breakout of the symmetrical triangle, because we see a lot of fake outs. You want a successful breakout from this lower high at $90 for a potential trend direction, or a breakout below $65 for that potential downtrend direction. It's just been absolutely boring here, consolidating at the very end, up and down, up and down. Of course, you can speculate long and short support and resistance from this range. So yeah, not much to add here. Hbar, yeah, let's take a look at Hbar. Why not? Absolutely, let's take a look at Hbar. Andy, bear flag on BTC Weekly, says Rafal. Bear flag on the BTC Weekly. Okay, yeah, this is also possible. You know, where we are. You got this massive downtrend that we've created, and you have this as a bear flag for a continuation to the downside. Very possible. I mean, the textbook technical analysis target from this, pretty excitingly enough, would be coming all the way down to the $10,000. There are some technicals. I might get an extreme bearish case scenario. There are some technicals that indicate that we could go down as low as $10,000, and it's pretty scary. And you got this one over here also, like you said, potential bear flag on the weekly. But I just don't. I know there's a lot of interest below $30,000. So can this play out? I think not. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at right. I was going to take a look at a crypto now. I can't remember which one it was. Hbar. Sorry. Yeah, let's take a look at Hbar. I mean, trying to go through a lot of the comments here. It's absolutely crazy. Not my favorite crypto to do analysis, but taking a look at the daily, it's just going down and down. We were creating small uptrends. Every time you create this, you break out of the uptrend, it is time to short. Right now it is consolidating pretty nicely at this range. There is some hope here on Hbar to bottom out at this level, just because it's creating bullish divergence here on the daily chart. You are creating lower lows, and higher lows on the RSI. But like I say, you know, it's still making aggressive lower highs right there. Insanely aggressive lower highs. So this is very possible it's going to retest at some point the summer lows here of 2021. Very possible for a retest on Hbar. Let me take a look at VPVR. Major volume spikes. Yeah, just a whole bunch of volume. Basically, this one has been just the trading range of Hbar had been all of this, right? Where you do have crazy price action like this. Extremely volatile crypto. I've never traded this, and I wouldn't trade it ever, just because of the insane crazy volatility that it does have in those short channels, right? Right, let's take a look. Right, let's take a look at Hbar. We've taken a look at Hbar. Star Atlas. Let's take a look at Atlas here on the chart. It's just in a big aggressive downtrend. Oh yeah, this is the thing. I mean, they were supposedly going to launch the game at some point, of course. Is it going to be this year, next year? But when it fully launches, I think this one will be really successful. There's nothing much to analyze here. It's just going to be boring all the way down till they have some news for the potential launch. And this is something that, you know, these kind of altcoins, you should pay more attention on fundamentals than technicals, because yeah, this one's just going to be extremely boring and probably in a nice, slow, aggressive downtrend until you have some news of the launch, news on marketing, you know, and then this is going to start flying. You know, there's no more, you cannot adapt technicals to these kind of altcoins because they depend on fundamentals, the launch of the game, the insane marketing that will happen, I guess, because it's a pretty big team. As soon as all of these things happen all together in the same few weeks, months, it will fly. It will absolutely explode, I guess. Very, very likely, depending on how much marketing and when the launch is going to be. Right, let's take a look. I've done Fantom already, giving you my opinion on Fantom. Mark Dutch always giving me support there. Dava, Seb, Joseph, thank you guys for insane support, my moderators here. Let's take a look at what can we take a look at? Sell your car and buy Ethereum. Yeah. No, that's not going to happen. Thoughts on Vpad? Yeah, I think Vpad is great. It's obviously a lot of the new projects being launched there. The more tokens you have, the more allocation you can have for these crypto projects that are going to be launched on Vpad. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's been in an aggressive downtrend. But yeah, this one for the next run, you know, these pads the tokens will be successful because the more tokens you have, the more allocation you can have on that potential launch, right? On the cryptocurrency. I think this one is just gonna have a slow down. I would wait for a bottom on this one. I'm not sure if we do have any price data here on. We've got the Femix chart. Insane downtrend, absolutely insane. I think this one, till it finds a floor, then yeah, once it starts bottoming out at a floor, and it might take months, then you could potentially be bullish on this one. But yeah, I think this one will succeed for the next crypto hype. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Nothing to analyze on this, you know the deal. Nothing to analyze. We haven't got much price data. This is just going to go slowly down till it finds a floor. That will be the moment you want to invest. The next major hype is where you need to get out. Not much to comment about this. Right. What's going on with Bitcoin, guys? What's going on with Bitcoin? Very important. What's going on with Bitcoin? Muy importante. So let's analyze a little bit Bitcoin, guys. We need to analyze the king and not too many altcoins. Are we forming a diamond reversal pattern here? Hey? Only joking, guys. This was a pretty sick call, actually. We did have a little bit of volatility at the very end of this pattern, you know, very. But this is what usually happens as well. You get people confused at the very end, and then you fly. Insane amount of volatility here on Bitcoin. I do like this range. I would pay attention here in the next coming hours, because if we do manage to get below this low in the next coming hours, I would say in between today and tomorrow, after this sideways action, if we start having a little bit of volatility in those wicks, guys, if we manage to close hourly candles inside here, this is going to be a signal to potentially buy. This means that this range is going to hold very likely. You know, like I've been saying, this is the kind of action that we want to see. Once you have a dump or a pump, you want to see these consolidations. This one was a pretty hard one. It happened very fast. But yeah. So just pay attention to the kind of price action that's going to happen in between today and tomorrow. You know, this is the thing. You need to be pretty fast if you see that those wicks, that consolidation, the price coming back up. This is going to be a very strong signal that you might have a reversal. You know, if you are potentially longing when that happens, that swing failure pattern, then of course I would go for Fibonacci targets 618 here at the $41,000 range if that does happen. But yeah, I would be very, very cautious here, because there is a possibility that you might lose these lows, and that will be very, very interesting. If you do get a big massive volatility wick here to the downside, that is going to be extremely bullish. I do see us reversing once we dip below $37,000. If you do see that consolidation, couple of wicks down here, that is going to be a major, major range. That is the point, you know, that is going to be the liquidity grab, right? From these lows, get that bunch of liquidity and climb back up. I think that is a very, very possible scenario that could happen also. So I'm not looking to short here, guys. I would be looking for longs. Here. If we dip below here, I'll be looking for longs here. So that is going to be my strategy here for Bitcoin. Guys, I just want to remind you, you probably don't know this, but KASTA has been launched on Ascendix. KASTA token is available on Ascendix exchange right now. As you can see here, the KASTA token can be bought on Ascendix also. Very bullish news on KASTA coming once the app is launched. The beta app is launched right now. Very exciting things for KASTA coming up. And yeah, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up for this stream. I longed at 42k and got liquidated. This is the thing. I would be never looking for long positions here. I either miss a trade. Let me just quickly explain here. All right. Let me just quickly explain that I wouldn't be looking for long positions right there, because we have a massive big resistance. I know a lot of people might think, yeah, but this could be a bull flag and this might be a big continuation to the upside. No, especially when you had such an aggressive pump breaking from this diamond reversal. You know, you had an insanely aggressive pump. You are hitting a huge resistance. We know that that 42k range is huge resistance. You know, longing right there after this pump is absolutely suicide. It's just like shorting from here. And yes, there is a higher chance, you know, from this going down than this one going up. But, you know, shorting here is just, I'm not interested in shorting here. I am looking for that potential strong, you know, consolidation, or the next dip here, getting that liquidity grab below this low. If we see a little bit of consolidation here with some wicks, I'm going to think, right, this is going to reverse, and I'm looking for that long. And yeah, shorting right over here also, I think it's risky, because you've had the drop and you are hitting a huge support level here, looking at the VPVR also. So yeah, I think a potential bounce from this range is very, very possible. Let's see how we react in the next coming hours. Guys, let's get to 250 likes before we end the stream. That was before watching you, Andy, says Amber. Well, yes. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. We talked about, you know, potential short or long, but it was better to short this range. This was mentioned on yesterday's video, looking for that consolidation. It did happen very, very fast. I did aggressively short this. I was looking for a longer consolidation, but I was pretty confident that there was a higher probability in dropping down from this low. Reasons why was mentioned yesterday. Big levels, big VPVR level right over here. And also, guys, look at this. I mean, this is absolutely insane. Looking at the VPVR, look at the gap that we do have here. And this is why price action is so fast in between these ranges. Look at the gap on the VPVR. I'm just looking at price action from January all the way till March. Okay, these 2 months, all right, and part of March. Look at this. The gap that we do have here. We've been talking about this now for quite a few weeks, where inside of this gap, looking at the VPVR, price action has been so fast, it hasn't stopped. Where does it stop? It stopped at these resistance, at these mountains. Look how fast in between this area where there's no volume, price just drops, goes back up, goes back down, goes back up, down. It's like a fast rail, right? It's a fast rail for the price to jump up and down. So yeah, this is because there's no volume traded around that range. Most of the volume is traded above and below. Most of the interest ranges is in between this area. So you either buy a lot here, pump up to this price, and sell a lot here, and then it drops back down to this range. So no interest in between this, in between 39.5 and 41k basically. So there's a $1,500 gap right there. Just by looking at the VPVR, you can see that. This is why the price action moves fast in between this range. Just something I wanted to point out there. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap up. I'll be doing a daily video, live stream tomorrow. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Check out the links down below. You got Prime XBT. You got an insane bonus on Prime XBT, 7% added to your deposit. Okay, remember, for experienced traders, I got full tutorials also down below in the description. Video tutorials that are very, very helpful. If you scroll down here in the description, you got those video tutorials on Bybit, Prime XBT. Big bonus. On Bybit, you also got that bonus up to $4,100 with a bonus and 30% fee discount. It's another way to support the channel so I can concentrate in doing the videos. So yeah, guys, this is going to be it. Check out Bitcoinsensus website also. The link is down below. You got the latest news and technical analysis ideas. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, join the Telegram group. Moderators are really active there. Thank you, guys. Thank you, moderators, and I'll see you in the next one.